And welcome back to the channel. On this video I'm going to be riding the Lyric Graffiti, as you see it right there. Let me get my shadow out of the way. And this is the original version of the Graffiti. So let's hop on this sunny Sunday morning at about 9:30 a.m. Not Sunday morning, it's Saturday morning as I record this. Not sure when you're going to see this video, because I got a few other ones that are probably going to precede this one. But let's talk about something that bugs me all the time. And you've probably heard me say this countless times, but I'm going to do another video talking about this because we always have new viewers coming on, and I like to hear other people who are new to the channel's comments and what their thoughts are on this topic. And that is with regard to the class levels of e-bikes. It's time to get rid of that. It's outdated and it's confusing. I'm talking class 1, class 2, and class 3, and I have a simple solution. Like, what if we just get rid of that and replace it with speed limit? Doesn't that sound logical and make sense? Like a car has a speed limit. It doesn't have class levels. So I'd like to see that, and it would be far less confusing for people. I mean, it's confusing in several ways, and one of those is when you go to purchase a bike. You know, it's confusing to know, well, let's see, does this bike have class level? Is this class 1, class 2, class 3? Is it legal? All of that. And it's confusing to people. And then the other thing is, where are you living? It depends on your state, right? Because every state has its own law. You know, most of them are pretty much the same, but some of them are different, right? And I just think those are outdated, confusing, and then it's also not good for the manufacturer because, you know, do they have to make certain bikes for certain states kind of thing? And I'm talking primarily right now about the US because that's where I'm at, where I'm living. And, you know, if one state has one law and someone else has a different law, then the manufacturer of the bike, do they have to make, you know, bikes for this state and bikes for that state? You know, why? Just make it simple, make it across the board, the whole country, a flat speed limit. Like I like the speed limit of 30 miles an hour. And basically, it's the class 3, what they have now, and adding 2 more miles an hour. And the reason why I'm adding 2 more miles per hour is because it makes it more easier to remember, like, and easier to work with 30, as opposed to 28. And you know, sometimes they're going to say the rules against this would be stuff like well, what about on a bike trail and all that? Well, you set a limit for the bike trail. I'm speaking of road right now, where I am right now, and I'm riding really slow here, as you can see, 18 miles an hour. But I like the 30 miles an hour because a lot of city roads are 30, right? And that would give the e-bike the ability to be able to keep up with. These bike lanes are not good here. There's a lot of stuff in them. That would give you the ability to keep up with traffic. And instead of riding in the bike lane, if there even is a bike lane, you could actually ride in with cars. I'm just in here to do a UE. is all I'm doing here. So something else about this though is, do you notice it's never, or hardly ever, how fast the guy was riding? They're more concerned with how fast the bike is capable of going. Well, that's why I say speed limit. It doesn't matter if the bike, like this bike here that I'm on now, has a top speed of about 35 or 36 miles an hour. Do I ride the bike 36 miles an hour? No. Have I? Yes. But not for long stretches and things like that. And this bike lane is terrible. I have to ride on the road a bit here. And so leave it up to the rider to be able to ride at the speed that the limit is, right? And if you don't want to ride 30 miles an hour, if that's the speed limit, then you ride it however you want to ride. If you want to ride 20, ride 20. If you want to ride 15, ride 15. And I think it would be so much easier. I've had so many people ask me, you know, well, how fast can the bike go? That's a common question. But what are the legal limits? A lot of times people will buy an e-bike and have no idea what speed limit they can do. You know, you buy the bike and then you probably get into e-bikes more and get looking around and you know, digging into e-bikes and rules and regulations and all that. Then you find out, oh, I can't even ride this bike, you know, because it's not legal. It might have you might be in California, you might, you know, and the laws there are no throttle on a class 3 e-bike. It's just crazy and confusing. And these guys are parked illegally in the bike lane. From what my understanding is, it's illegal to park in the bike lane in Tennessee. That's what I found in my little research on legalities here. So let me know in the comments your thoughts on this. Are you with me, or would you like to just scrap the whole class levels? I mean, it's just, I don't like it. I want to go down the street, but I'm going to let this guy go first. And here's something else. Now, I see here in the state of Tennessee, at least in my area of Tennessee in the west, southwest of Tennessee, there is, now there's talk of not allowing e-bikes at all on trails or shared paths. And I guess this proposal went in June of 2026, and we'll see what comes of it. Or it went in June of 2025. We're not even at 2026 yet, but a few months ago anyway. And so we'll see where that goes. I'll definitely keep an eye on it. But on a bike trail or path, if you're riding a class 2, some of them don't allow class 3, right? So what's the difference between a class 2 and class 3, other than one bike you're pedaling it to the speed and one you're throttling it to 20 but can pedal it to 28? Well, on a trail or a shared path, you should not be riding at that speed anyway. I like the 15 mile per hour limit for trails, because it just, you know, it's too congested sometimes and too narrow, and different things come up where you need to keep it But what's the difference between a Class 2 and Class 3 being on a trail, when a lot of times the difference only is that you have a throttle and no throttle. The motor's the same. They limit it though, right? With throttle to 20 on a Class 2, whereas Class 3 is 28. So if the bike, so you just slap on a Class 2 sticker, I guess, on a Class 3 bike, because if you're not throttling and you're just pedaling it, you can't exceed 20 anyway. So it's a Class 2 / Class 3. So if you say, well, I'm riding the Class 2 version of my Class 2, Class 3 bike, is that okay? Or because it's, it has the ability to go up to Class 3, that's a no-no and you can't do it. Anyway, if anybody has answers to that or thoughts on that, let me know in the comments. I'd be interested to hear from you. That's going to do it for this video, talking about abolishing class levels. Let's get rid of that and go with a speed limit like it should be. And that's my take. Let me know your take in the comments. So if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, thank you very much. Just hit that subscribe button. If you want to be notified as to when the next video comes up on the channel, just hit that notification bell. And if you want to leave a comment, as I mentioned, on this video or any others that you've seen on the channel, go ahead and leave that in the comments below. And once again, thank you for joining me on this video. And until next time, be safe, everyone, and keep your wheels on the road. See you later.